do you reckon of Australia's gambling culture?
Gambling culture? I don't know nothing about it, mate.
Hey mate, you want to be in an interview?
Who wants it? Trying to evade security.
Probably don't have good role models.
They're addicted, they want the adrenaline rush.
People that have lost a lot, like 7-8 figures.
And I gamble.
I'm trying to get rich too.
They're never going to end up being millionaires.
His gambling addiction's like bad.
Well, his friend was also in debt and he got shot.
Do you know anyone who has a problem with gambling?
Reckon I see a friend of ours lose a $300 multi every week.
I'm loyal to the tech.
This is good advice. Lost everything.
Risk free.
The amount of underage youths that are gambling.
Daddy, what are we betting on?
If you were like dating a guy and he was like a big gambler, straight up red flag. Yeah?
One of the best.
All right, ready to go? We're about to go and interview some people. What are the questions we're going to ask?
Do you bet?
Do you win or lose? Have you ever got a bonus bet?
Do you think Australia has a gambling problem?
Do you think you're going to win when you bet?
Have you ever heard of what match betting is?
Yeah, good questions. All right, this is going to be fun.
It'll be interesting.
What do I get here? Cheers.
We're coming up to Melbourne Park now. Start asking a few questions, see how people go. It'll be an interesting vibe. Obviously it's a tennis. There might be a few sober people, a few families around, but there could be some international crowds. Ask them a couple of questions. What do you reckon?
I reckon by about 2 o'clock everyone will be hammered, but at the start it'll be pretty tame. So we'll adjust to the vibe throughout the day and see how we go.
Do you bet?
Do I bet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you bet on?
Everything.
Everything?
Yes.
Why do you bet?
To make cash.
Over your lifetime, do you reckon you're up or down?
No one is up.
So you know that?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, okay, but you do it anyway.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
enough.
fun.
But is losing money fun?
No.
What if I told you you could make $10,000 a year match betting?
Okay, show me.
I can explain to you how it works, very
Yeah.
simply. You get bonus bets, right?
Yeah.
So we get the $50 bonus bet, and then we'll bet that on one side, and then
Yeah.
bet our real cash on another side.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's not bad, yeah. Thanks for playing.
Do you bet?
Yeah, I bet.
Do you win or lose?
I always win.
You always win.
No, I don't win.
Okay. Do you know anyone that loses a lot of money?
Yeah, there's a few of my guy friends, you know who you are,
Yeah.
that lose a bit of money.
How do they bet? Multis, that sort of
Yeah, I think
stuff?
they do multis.
Do you bet?
Every now and then.
Do you win or lose?
Lose.
Do you reckon most people think that they can win when they bet?
Yes.
Yeah, why do you think they think that?
Ego.
Do you know people who actually lose heaps?
Yes.
Do they talk about it?
No, they talk about their wins.
Did you ever think that you could win gambling?
No.
So who taught you that? Parents or something?
Parents, and then people that have lost a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Like 7-8 figures, so
7-8 figures?
Yeah, yeah.
They broke now?
some are in a bad way.
If I told you you could turn a $1,000 bonus bet into $650 without risking a cent, would you do that?
Probably, yeah.
That was all right. He didn't know what we were talking about, and he wasn't much of a punter, so it was kind of just random chats, but we'll keep going.
Do you bet?
Do I bet? No, no.
Never placed a bet.
No.
Nah,
Oh,
interesting.
I don't have enough money, man. Well, my great granddad, he was in a gambling debt. His friend was also in debt and he got shot in the street.
Oh boy.
This is back in the 50s. And so my granddad had to sell all the furniture in his house because he was so worried about being shot. So that's why I don't bet.
So he was. So you know, then like you're probably going to lose if you bet.
Yeah.
Do you think Australia has a gambling problem?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, definitely.
Well, why do you say that?
It's different from like other countries, like in Ireland, you can't play the pokies at a pub.
Mhm.
You have to go to like a dedicated pokey bar,
spot, yeah.
I guess. So,
How do you know that?
oh, I know a few Irish people.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever heard of match betting?
Bet on like the match. Right?
Nah, yeah, you would think it's that. Nah, it's when you bet on both sides of a match so that no matter what, you profit. So you place 2 bets and then you do it in a way where the odds are in your favour and you profit in the long term.
Yeah, right.
So have you seen a sports bet app or anything like that?
Yeah, sports
You know how
bet,
they
yeah.
give you bonus bets?
Right.
If you have a $50 bonus bet and then you put a $50 bonus bet on one side and then you put your real money on another side, say Djokovic is playing Zverev, and no matter what one of them wins, but you've bet on both teams, you walk away with money.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Does that sound believable?
Yeah, oh, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting, yeah. So that's what we do, but people think it's a scam.
It's not a scam.
You don't
I mean,
reckon?
no, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Check us out, The
Yeah,
System on Instagram.
The system on Instagram.
Yeah, what was your
Alright.
name?
Link.
Link. Cheers, mate. Cheers for sharing that story.
That's
That was an
all right,
interesting
mate.
one.
You want to do an interview, mate?
No, I'm alright, thank you.
Do you bet?
Yeah.
Do you win or lose?
Lose.
Do you think you're going to win when you bet?
Yeah, all the time.
You reckon Australia has a gambling problem?
No, I don't think you can say a nation has a problem.
It's no problem, but it's definitely bigger than in other countries.
It's the worst in the world. Yeah. We lose the most per person average.
Yep.
But USA lose massively the most
So we'd lose like per capita.
because we have less population.
Yep.
But right now we're miles ahead. like fully miles ahead of every other nation. What would you say that is from? Like, what's the main reason? A culture.
The two biggest sponsors are probably
Yeah.
sports would be sports betting and then alcohol. They're our two biggest sponsors
Yeah,
for sport.
literally sport.
But other countries within Europe or within Canada, they're probably not as aligned with betting sponsors
you're
as
spot on.
our major sports.
Yeah, but you still don't think it's a problem?
Yeah, it probably is being normalised.
Yeah.
But I think it's hard to say a whole nation has a problem. Like, yeah, we probably lose a lot, but we
Yeah.
bet a lot to be in that.
Do you know anyone who has a problem with gambling?
Yeah.
How much do you reckon they lose a week on average?
I reckon I see a friend of ours lose a $300 multi every week.
Yeah, right.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
But so if you were to sort of define that, that's a problem. I don't think all of Australia's population lives like
Of course, like most people, I would say the average person loses about $1,200 a year. Yeah, it's interesting chat.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
appreciate it. No worries. Take care.
Do you bet? No, really? Do like your mates bet or
Yeah, my
you're
mates
responsible?
do, yes.
I'm interested why you guys don't bet.
Waste of money.
Waste of money?
Yeah.
Yeah, smart. So you've never placed a bet in your life?
Oh, yeah, like, rarely.
Yeah, but like you know you're gonna lose if
Yeah.
you bet. How do you know that?
True.
No, you're fucking right. But like some people don't know this. Like people think that they're gonna profit. Like, would you think that like your mates who bet think they're gonna profit or?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're just smarter than that. No, all good. Have you ever heard of what match betting is?
Heard of it?
What's your understanding of it?
Nothing.
No.
Heard of it,
Yeah,
though.
okay. Yeah, no, fair enough.
Do you guys want to do an interview? No, nothing to do with tennis. Do you bet?
Yes.
Do you win or lose?
Mostly lose.
Or do you know you're going to lose?
Not every time, no.
Long term, you know you're going to end up down?
Yeah.
Do you bet?
A little bit.
Do you reckon Australia has a gambling problem?
Seems like
Yes.
it, yeah.
Why would you say that?
From people I know, they're always fucking down. Like, yeah, they have some wins, but it probably doesn't outweigh the losses.
We only see the wins as well.
Exactly right.
Do you know what matched betting is?
Not
No.
too familiar.
If I told you that I made 300k off betting through my 20s, would you believe me? Not
In how
gambling.
long?
7 years. But would you believe that story?
I think it was a scam.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would question it.
Do you ever get bonuses?
Yeah.
Do you know that you could turn any bonus bet into 60% of its value risk-free? Like risk-free meaning you don't bet something to hope it wins, you guarantee by covering all outcomes.
Yeah, okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
The next time you get a bonus bet, would you think about doing that?
I'd consider it, but I always like chasing for glory on the bonus.
Okay. So even knowing that now, okay, this is good because this is the exact mindset the bookies want. They want you to try and turn your $50 bonus into 500 or $5 grand, right?
Yeah.
So instead of taking the $30, you'd prefer to chase the $5 grand.
Usually, but, you know, I could always try something different.
Because if you add up all those bonuses, I don't know, 10 grand a bonus in a year, that's 6 grand profit, guaranteed.
Yeah,
So,
when you look at it that way, yeah.
That's what we teach, this our brand. We have a free course that teaches you how to do exactly what I said. You make $1 grand off our free course. So if you ever want to look it up, we're the System AUS. We've been around 5 years, YouTube, got over 100 hours of free content, so check it out.
Yeah, we'll have a
So
sauce.
yeah, thank you very much.
Appreciate
it.
See ya.
It's good. Looks like we've been told politely to move on. Been trying to evade security for the past half an hour, but we'll try and get a couple before we leave. Steve's already stopped and he's waiting for us, so we'll go and do some outside. But hey mate, do you want to get interviewed? No good? Do you want an interview? No. Thanks, mate. So not many people here are in a good mood to be interviewed, but we're gonna get a few on the way out. Do you want to do an interview? Nah. Do you guys want to do an interview?
No.
Nah. 4 in a row. Decline. Hey boys, do you want to do an interview? Who does? You want to do one, yeah? Nah? Do you want me to hold your beers? 0 from 5. Do you guys want to do an interview? Nah? Do you boys want to do an interview? No. Nah? Do you boys want to do an interview?
Yeah, sure.
Do you bet?
Yeah, we all do it. Yeah.
You all bet?
Yeah.
Win or lose?
50-50.
There's no 50-50. You either win long term or you lose.
We win.
So when you get your statement sent, it says profit.
Most of the time.
Well, you seem a bit sceptical of that.
Yeah, I am sceptical because I'll say no. I'm a horrible
You're
bettor.
the only honest
I'll
one
admit
here,
that.
maybe.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
admit that. I'll be honest.
What
with
type
you.
of bets do you do?
Multis, NBA,
Yeah.
UFC,
Yeah.
UFC,
MMA.
multis.
What do you do with your bonus bets?
Bonus bets we do like 5, 6, 7 legs
Yeah.
because it's not really our money to see if we can win.
But most of the time when you get a bonus bet, you've lost money to get it. So technically
That's
it's your
right.
money.
That's right. So what's your advice on a bonus bet?
There's a method where you can guarantee profit off any bonus bet. It's called matched betting. All I can say in all
You're smart, bro.
seriousness,
You switch
don't
on.
gamble because
right,
they
'cause you
want
lose
you
it,
to
yeah.
gamble.
Yeah.
Their marketing is like they expect to lose 12% of all the bonuses that they give out. So if you get given 100k of bonuses in a year, they expect to lose 12K on your bets. But then we can teach you how to turn any bonus into 60%, so you get a 48% edge on them. That's what we do.
That's nice. That's good.
Sign us up.
All right, we've been kicked out. We've been kicked out, so we've got to get out.
What do you mean kicked
So is this
out?
on
They don't
YouTube?
want us to do this.
Oh, fuck them, bro. Just keep
True
doing
man,
it.
man.
You boys want to do an interview? Talk about betting? You don't bet?
Oh,
How do you know us?
I'm
How you
trying
going?
to get rich too, bro.
How old are you? 20?
23.
What do you do?
Lawyer. 9 to 5 is not going to get me anywhere. Lawyer, doctor, engineer.
So how are you going to get out of 9 to 5?
Either go through the crypto route, property route, some sort of route.
Have you heard of match betting?
I have. I know that's what you
Do you
did.
know what that is?
I searched it up. It's like mathematically betting to the point where you'll never lose, something like that.
Yeah, correct.
But I don't bet, bro.
Yeah, right. You've got a brain on your head. Thanks for the chat.
It's good seeing you.
Thanks, cheers. All right, so we got kicked out. Well, we didn't really get kicked out. They just told us to move on. So we've just been interviewing a couple of people on the bridge. Do you reckon Australia has a gambling problem?
Drinking and gambling problem.
Yeah, gambling. Why do you say Australia's got a gambling problem? I know the drinking, maybe,
Well,
yeah,
they
but
love the pokies over here, yeah.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The machines, the colourful machines. Just
Yeah.
keep feeding the machine. Yeah.
Pull the slot.
Doesn't give it back though. You girls want to do an interview?
No,
No?
I don't know anything about the tennis.
It's not about tennis.
Okay.
Do you think Australians have a gambling problem?
Compared to Ireland, yeah. We don't have pokies like you do. It's crazy to see. It's in a bar. It's mad.
We're going to hang around the MCG, get a few more interviews. It's a little bit of a different vibe. The tennis seems to be people who aren't as rowdy as the races. People aren't expecting to talk about betting. A lot of people are like, I don't know anything about tennis. It's like, no, we're not talking about tennis. So we're going to go see if we can get some more people along this little bridge here at the MCG, and then we'll pack it up in about an hour. What happened?
Well, I was doing an interview. I turned around, there was like 3, 4 security there talking into their mic, staring it straight at me. And I was like, all right, I'm done. So I started walking off, and as I started walking off, they weren't letting me move. And then probably another 3 guys came. There would have been 6 or 7 around us then. And I was like, nah, it's all right, we're good, we're done. And they're like, nah. And he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I just filming content. Who said you could do this? I'm like, oh, we're just doing it. And they pulled up a photo of you two.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no, we didn't know that they'd had a warning. He's like, tell them you're done if you get seen again. Full on walked us to fucking Richmond. The guy's like, oh, I hope you got some content, but you got to stop. I hope you got some. We'll let you stay, but you got to get out. It was a full buzzkill, and it was kicking off as well. As you know.
I reckon if we went to the tram stop, we would get some.
He said, yeah, like we can. I reckon you can stay here.
Here's good. These guys good.
Hey boys, want to be on an interview? This guy looks interested. Do you bet?
I like a little punt.
What do you bet on?
Mainly like NFL, NBA.
Multis.
Don't mind a multi.
Sports bet, tab.
Tab.
Do you win long term?
Oh, I'm massively down. Yeah.
Why do you keep doing it?
Oh, thrill.
The thrill?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
thrill,
fair
right?
enough.
The chase.
If I told you you could make $1,000 in 32 minutes off the bookies, would you believe me?
No.
No, like risk free.
Risk free.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Match betting. Have you ever heard of match betting?
Nah.
You know bonus bets?
Yeah.
You can use bonus bets to make money off the bookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, true. Do you hear that and go, oh, I'd want to try it, or happy to keep losing on the punt?
Oh, I don't mind really.
You don't mind?
Yeah.
You like losing money?
I'm loyal to the tab.
You like losing money?
Yes.
You like
It's
losing
good
money?
stuff.
It's good stuff. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Cheers, man. Thank you
Cheers,
very
mate.
much. That's what hope? What fucking hope? The problem is he thinks it's funny. What the fuck? I like losing on the fun. Literally no hope. Oh, do you want to be in an interview? Nah? Just a short one about betting. Do you think Australia has a gambling problem?
Yes.
Yeah? What makes you say that?
Everyone gambles.
Everyone gambles. Do you reckon they win?
Half of them, or 30%.
Why do you think people gamble?
For fun, entertainment.
But like, they lose, right?
Yeah, but the adrenaline.
So you reckon it's worth like losing for the adrenaline?
Not for me, no.
Not for you, no, yeah. Are you like frugal with money? Like, do you like spend lavishly, or do you like, I'm not gonna waste my money on gambling?
I think I spend my money on things that need to be spent on.
Yeah,
Just
fair
not
enough.
gambling.
Just not gambling, fair enough. Hey, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
No. If you were like dating a guy and he was like a big gambler,
No.
nah? Straight up red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah? Why is it a red flag?
I just think if a man doesn't know how to spend his money wisely, then it's like an addiction.
Yeah. No, fair enough. I like it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Are you from Melbourne?
No.
New Zealand?
Yeah.
Do you live here?
Temporarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you bet?
Nope.
Why not?
Why would I?
why does everyone else bet?
Dunno.
Surely no people who bet.
Yeah, they're a bit
Degen.
silly.
Your first reaction to not betting was, why would you bet?
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would be stupid enough
Because
to bet. It's kind of just like the whole game of chance. Why would I bet when I could just make money doing things that will actually,
Okay.
like, are guaranteed to make me money rather than take a chance?
When people bet, why do you think they're betting?
Addicted, they want the adrenaline rush.
Addicted to what though?
The adrenaline rush.
Do you reckon they think they're going to win?
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes I think they're just happy to play the game though. You know, if everyone's friends are doing it.
Yeah. Do you know people who bet in your circle?
Not really.
Yeah.
None of my close friends are that silly.
How old are you, like 22 or something?
22, well done.
Do you know males who...
I do know people who bet, but not any sort of crazy amount. Maybe like a little bit on the weekend. Yeah.
I think New Zealand's not as bad as us though, in terms
No.
of gambling problems.
No, and you guys advertise gambling and we don't.
That's where it is. What we do is we teach matched betting. When you sign up to a betting company, they give you an incentive, like a bonus bet.
Yeah.
What do you think that's for?
I think it's to encourage you to bet more because then when you lose that bet, you'll make another bet.
100%, exactly. You've nailed it. The psychology is betting company, sports bet, says, hey, what's your name? Laura, hey Laura, sign up, we'll give you a $100 bonus.
Yeah.
The aim of them is to give you the free money. You get addicted to the behavior of adrenaline rush, and then you keep betting your own money. With those bonus bets, you can make risk-free profit by taking that bonus bet, backing it on one team, and then the opposite team they're playing, you back it on another bookmaker, and you hedge, and you make the returns exactly the same. That's what we teach, match betting. I lived off it through my 20s, set up my life, made 300K. That's why we're teaching this now. Been doing it for 5 years, in terms of teaching it.
Did you bet?
No, not really.
Nah, you never placed a bet before?
I have.
Yeah, what do you bet on?
Melbourne Cup.
Do you think Australia has a gambling problem?
I think some people have a gambling problem.
Yeah.
I think the pokies are pretty bad.
Why are they bad?
Because they're so addictive. It's always the people that have the least amount of money that are addicted to it.
Why do you think they do it then?
Because it's addiction. They're waiting for that win.
They think they're going to win.
So they get a little win, and then they think, oh, I've got a little win. Maybe next time I'll get a bigger win.
But like, they're never going to have that bigger win, or?
No way, they're never going to end up being millionaires.
Nah. Do you reckon they know that?
I think it's some sort of illness. It's like a mental kind of illness, which is pretty sad.
Yeah. Do you think it's pretty crazy that like there's so much gambling advertising when it's basically advertising, as you describe it, an illness?
Yeah, well, it's like anything though. Like gambling's bad. You know, they advertise fast food and everything else, which is also pretty bad. It's all about money at the end of the day. Big corporates trying to make money.
Yeah.
You know, and if you look at like sporting organisations, they're all just trying to make as much money as they can. And what better way to make money than from sponsorship? And that's through gambling. So
yeah, pretty spot on. You're right, mate. Cheers, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hello, do you want to be in an interview? You're all good? Do you guys want to be on an interview? Yeah? Do you guys bet?
Oh, used to.
Used to?
Yeah.
Don't bet used to.
You still bet?
In the trouble. Nah, not having
In
for
a
a while.
trouble. Why'd you stop?
Oh, not good for you.
Yeah, so you know that it's not good for you.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. What's not good about it?
You go to work hard days work, come home on the weekend, just blow it all.
Yeah. How much did you blow? If you don't mind, like sharing,
honestly,
like
I wouldn't know, but it'd be
thousands, tens of thousands.
Yeah, probably tens of thousands.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Over 10 years.
How old are you?
27.
Yeah. How many people that are 18 know that potential is going to happen, do you reckon?
Yeah, probably not many. They just think it's it's money, easy come, easy go. But
At what point did it for you realise I need to stop fucking doing this?
when you're getting old and you think your family's coming up and you need houses and assets and stuff to build your future.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing this. Not many people admit this shit. This is what we do. We raise awareness of this shit.
Conversation.
No, of course.
I think even I've got business and I've got apprentices working for me and they all gamble and
It's
bet their whole pay slip away and
Do you say anything to them?
Oh yeah, you try to give them advice, but
They don't listen.
young and dumb.
Yeah. How did you go about stopping?
Just a bit of a wake up call to yourself. Just have a think and reflect.
Bought a house.
Yeah.
That helps. How is your life different now that you're not betting?
You go to a footy game or watch a cricket game without betting and you're not stressing about who wins or who loses. So you can actually enjoy the game.
Do you think Australia has a betting problem?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
What do you?
I come from a rugby league background and the culture in there is just bet and drink and that's it.
Yeah.
It's shocking,
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, thanks so much.
What's happening? Where's fucking JP and
JP's
Lenny?
just down there.
Oh, he's too.
Get out of here.
What he's asking?
Dill, what's going on, mate?
How can you? Are you guys busy? I'm trying to follow the tips right now.
Yeah, no, Tom's running the show.
Yeah, right.
Get out of here. How's the match betting going?
Not too bad so far. Like I said, a lot of spring racing offers. I've got a lot of money in the account. Just got to figure out what to do with them.
What do you mean do with them?
Turn it over.
Turn it over.
I can't tell you guys obviously because it cost of learning the knowledge. But no, it's been good so far.
Yeah, no. What's your total profit at?
I think the first year I made like $8,000, and that was only like in 4 months. And like in the last 2-3 months, like because obviously I haven't been working as much, I've been doing it. Like I said today, I've been sort of waiting to see what promos are out there, and then like I've got a lot of stuff to do when I get home. That's why I'm sort of itching to get there.
Yeah, are you heading home now?
Yeah, I'm heading home.
Yeah, sweet. What's your profit goal for this year?
Probably make another 10k, go on another lotto. That was very easy achievable too.
Yeah, add another zero to that, I reckon.
Add another zero to that. I get that's the best part about it is I know it's doable. And like I said, because I'm being lazy, I can just say, 10 again because it's not going to be half-assed. Still make the effort. So yeah.
That's sick. That's sick. Well, yeah, JP's down there. Definitely go say hello to him.
Dilrud.
It's cool to see you, man.
Do you guys want to do an interview?
I don't. She does.
You want to do?
Yeah.
Do you bet firstly?
Occasionally.
Do you win or lose?
I'm up.
You're up?
Yes.
Actually, or you
Yes.
just think you're up?
No, I'm up. I did what was the Jake Paul 100 to 1 bets.
Oh yeah, on better.
Yeah, and I did the AFL, NRL.
Well, you did Penrith?
NBL, Penrith Panthers and Collingwood.
Okay.
And then it was the Premier League or the World Cup, but I just lost. I did France game,
Do you think that most people win or lose long term when they bet?
Lose.
Do you think they're going to win?
Yes.
Do you think if you keep betting you'll win?
No, I think the chances are
Why do you think your chances are going to lose? Like why?
Because there's always the unexpected when you bet. I think people think that there's a good stat going on and then they go with the majority and then it actually ends up going bad.
Yeah. Do you do multis or not really?
No.
Do you think Australia has a gambling problem?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd say so.
Do you know people who lose a lot of money?
Yes. Yeah.
Do they know they lose a lot of money?
I think they say it, but they think they're going to make it back again.
Yeah, right. It's pretty sad, isn't it?
It is.
All right. I'll let you get on with your day. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Do you guys want to be in an interview? Hey guys, do you want to be in an interview? Nah? Here we go, we've got a couple of fellas here. A couple of boys. Fucking hell. Interview, lads?
What are we interviewing about?
Betting.
Betting?
Yeah.
What are we betting on?
Do you bet?
No, very rarely.
Very
Punters
rarely.
Club. Punters Club. Only, yep.
Yeah, fair enough. Not a big better?
Nah.
Multis on today, nah?
Nah, we got Alex Deminar to win, but...
So you do have a bet on?
A little bit. And I think we had number 4 at race 1 at Flemington, but I don't think they got up.
No good?
No.
Nah. How much do you bet a week?
Me, personally, or...
Yeah, you personally, yeah.
Probably less than $10 on average for the year, I reckon.
For the year?
I'll bet in a
No,
Punters
that's
Club.
fine, that's fine.
And I'll bet Grand Final Day, AFL Grand Final Day it is.
Yeah.
And...
Do you reckon Australia has a betting problem?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you bet more?
I don't want to waste my money.
Yeah, fair enough. So you know that if you bet, you're going to lose?
Yeah. I think everyone knows that, don't they?
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. No fucking shit.
Anyway, we're rolling on.
All
Thank
good,
you.
no shit. No fucking shit. It's definitely a different crowd compared to the races. This guy wants an interview. Interview?
My English is very poor.
What was that?
My English.
Oh, your English
Yes.
is very poor. Where are you from?
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Do people bet in Taiwan?
Yes.
Yeah, big?
No.
Nah.
Small country.
Small country?
Do you know China?
Yeah. What can you swahanya yidian?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. So you don't bet? Gamble?
Gamble.
Yeah.
Gamble?
Yeah, like place
yes.
a bet.
I like gamble.
You like to gamble?
Yeah, I show you.
Oh yeah, sure. Show me. What do you got in here? Little supplies pack.
Casino.
What do you bet on?
You always
carry?
Stand by, yes.
What do you play? What tables?
21?
20 on blackjack?
Yes.
Do you win long term?
No.
No.
Maybe always lose.
Always lose? Why do you bet then?
Just happy.
Just happy?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right, good. Bye. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Hey, girls, you want an interview? Nah? One question? Nah. Hey, mate, do you want to be in an interview about betting?
Betting?
Yeah.
Go on.
Do you bet?
No.
Nah? Why don't you bet?
Never had an interest. Don't know enough about it.
The potential to win money hasn't ever lured you in?
No.
Do you reckon Australia has a gambling problem?
Yeah, I reckon.
What makes you think that?
The amount of underage youth that are into gambling, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you see this?
I've seen it when I was going through school, and I know anecdotes as well.
Yeah.
People I know, yeah.
How old are you?
28.
Okay, I'm 29. So what, people were betting, when you were in year 12?
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
it was just starting to kick off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it's like now?
I assume it's probably easier with all the internet access and whatnot, but
Yeah.
Not 100% sure.
It sounds like you're pretty switched on and that you know in the long term you're going to lose betting.
Yeah, I think the odds are always stacked against
Yeah.
you, so yeah.
Obviously, people are betting all the time. Do you reckon they know that?
Probably not. They probably enjoy the small wins in the moment, but
Yeah.
don't realise the long-term losses that will eventuate,
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Interview? Do you bet?
Depends what it's on.
What do you bet on?
Anything.
Anything? Multis, tennis?
Yeah, I don't want to check the multi. Bit
Yeah.
of footy, AFL.
Just AFL?
AFL,
Why don't you bet on the tennis?
Don't know enough about it. to be
Yeah,
honest.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So you know a bit about AFL?
Oh, a little bit.
A
Yeah,
little
play
bit.
it. So I
yeah, you
would have thought I would.
do you think like because you know a bit more about it, you're going to make money off it? Is that the idea?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For
How do you
sure.
go?
Lose usually, but
Lose
yeah.
usually.
Win
Why?
every now and again, which is nice.
Do you reckon over the long term, up, down?
Oh, down for
Down.
sure.
Yeah. How much?
$500 or something. Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Over
much.
like 10 years or something.
Ah, no, in that 5 years or something.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you think you're going to win long term, or do you think you're going to
Oh,
lose?
you
long
always
term?
think you're going to win when you put the bet on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, always put the risky ones on, so you probably know you're going to lose. But
Yeah. Fair enough. Like, why do you do it?
I know, it makes games more interesting to watch. To be
You
honest.
reckon?
You
Yeah.
get money on it, so it's like you're really backing someone. To...
Can you like watch a game without having money on it?
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
can.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
it adds another layer
Just
to
adds
it.
another layer to watching the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Have you ever heard of match betting?
Match betting.
Yeah. No. If I gave you a $50 bonus bet, what would you do with it?
Put it on, I don't know, something. A game. Yeah.
Like big multi, would you try and win like 10 grand off it or?
Oh, I don't know. Just depends on the night, what I'm feeling.
Yeah, fair enough. What if I told you you could turn that bonus bet into $30 guaranteed? Would you do that?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I suppose, yeah, probably.
It's not a trick question or anything.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some people I ask that and they'll be like, nah, fuck that, because I'd rather try and win 10 grand or something.
No, I like little wins. Heaps of little wins better than going for one big win. Usually,
Yeah,
but-
sensible. Is that something you'd ever be interested in doing now that I've told you you could turn a bonus bet into guaranteed profit?
Not really. So, oh, it was just a bit of fun for me, mate, you know?
Yeah, no.
So a sports bet account.
Yeah, fair enough. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's just so hard to get people to think. So, oh, no, it's just a bit of fun. It's always a bit of fun. It was never a bit of fun. Never was a bit of fun fucking 20 years ago, I guarantee you that. Hey, mate, you want to be in an interview? Nah? Interview? Nah? Hey, mate, you want to be on an interview?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you bet?
No.
Nah, why not? Never been interested in it.
If I do, it's just once a year at the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, smart. Do you think people who bet think they're going to win in the long term?
I think the odds are against them, so I think they would probably lose in the long term.
You think they would lose? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Why do you think people do it then?
It's addictive, but I think, I mean, like any sort of addiction, I think what the thing with addictions is that you probably don't have good role models that help you be a better person. Any sort of addiction like gambling is as a result of not having good role models.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm being on track, off track.
No, this is elite.
But I feel like that's
your opinion.
That's my opinion. Yeah.
So did you have a role model that taught you that gambling was silly or discouraged you from gambling or something? Or
That's a good question. So basically, I'm very fortunate where my parents, they didn't gamble.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I never had a gambling habit.
So when you see advertising encouraging people to gamble, what is your opinion on that?
I don't know any good example at the moment.
Advertising on AFL and tennis, on the radio, on billboards and...
I would maybe disagree only because I do trivia on the Thursday at the Nixon Hotel. They do have, for every advertising that there's gambling, there is a quote that says, please gamble responsibly.
So you win some, lose more. Yeah.
Then win more.
Fair enough. Yeah,
but I really want to strongly emphasize any sort of addiction like gambling. I really think the best way around that, we can all learn from each other, having good role models around us.
100%.
That's what that teaches us to be better citizens.
That's well said. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Cheers.
George, who's George? George. George, you want an interview?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Do you bet?
Of course.
Do you win or lose?
Always lose.
Do you think you're going to win when you bet?
God, no.
Okay, so you're smart enough
I'm
to work that out.
committed to going in to lose.
How long have you done that for?
Mate, forever. I wake up in the morning, I'm losing.
But you obviously have enough money not to matter.
Mate, if I haven't got the money to bet to waste, don't bet.
Do you think Australia has a gambling problem?
Fucking oath.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Because there's so many degenerates still chasing the dream.
Yeah. How old are you, like 40?
Mate, yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm 40.
40, yeah. I'm good with ages. Why do you say that? Like Australia's full of degens? Like what do you see or you know people that do that?
You see a lot of people gambling for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
If you're going to have a punt, you've got to go in with the mindset of, I've got $50 to lose today, and you know what, I'm going to punt that away.
Yep.
A lot of people go in thinking they're going to win, they lose, and they keep trying to chase that win, and that's their problem. That's how I see it. Anyway.
Interesting one. So if you lose, let's say $100 on a weekend,
am I going to get upset? No. If you're going to bet, you've got to remember you're going there to lose, not to win.
Interesting.
That's $2 if it's $100. That's it.
Do you have kids?
I do.
Would you believe me that kids that are 13 and 14 are gambling at school?
100%.
Yeah?
Really? Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Do you have kids as well?
Yeah, I got
Are they older? How old is he?
He's 18 now.
Does he bet?
Yeah.
Do you know how long has he been betting for?
I don't know, but he was betting when he was younger. And his mates do it as well.
How do you reckon he's bet?
They just get someone's details.
Do you reckon people know that kids are gambling underage or not really?
Unless they have kids, they won't know.
Do you have any questions for us? You have.
Seen you on Facebook.
Do you know what we do?
No, what do you do?
Do you know what matched betting is? So we don't gamble, we use the promos and the specials to guarantee profit. So using math rather than chance.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, or you think that's a scam?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you reckon?
I don't talk to you, mate. You're talking money, I want to know.
You want to make money?
I want to make money, mate.
If I told you that I lived off betting through my 20s, would you believe me? Our free course will make you $1,000. You don't have to pay us anything. It will teach you exactly how to make $1,000 just off the bookie sign-up offers. So when you sign up to a betting company, they give you a bonus, and they want you to do that because why? Why do you think they give you a bonus bet when you sign up?
They want the numbers.
As in, they want you to get addicted to gambling, or what? Sign up,
Pretty
put your own
much.
money in. Here's a bonus.
Pretty much.
Get addicted, lose that, go again with your own
Like
money.
Adrian Portelli, same.
Literally the same,
Yeah.
exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So with that bonus bet, you can guarantee profit by putting the bonus here on team A, let's just say NBA team or footy team or any two-way outcome, bonus bet here, then cash bet different company on the other team, and you guarantee the same return and you profit because this money over here is not yours. So you essentially create an arbitrage opportunity where you can't lose. Does that make sense? You're interested? Yeah, our free course will show you how to do it. But I don't want this to be a pump fucking sales shit. That's what we do. We teach it. We've taught it for 5 years. But we're also interested in talking about how to stop losing first. Because if you're gambling, I wouldn't tell you how to do our free course because unless your mindset's right, you're not going to succeed. The system, AUS. Essentially, when you sign up, they're all competing for your market share. So they're going to send you offers. Send your VIP manager. They'll text him because they're affiliate commission based. On his turnover, they get a profit. So if he loses 10K a month, they're getting maybe X percentage based on their employment. So they're encouraged to make him lose. Hey, Giovanni, here's tickets to the 8th AO for free. And by the way, we've given you $1,000 bonus in your account. Fucking punt your life away, brother. I'm earning commission. But they don't say that. So at the end of the day, you're just trying to achieve an outcome. The betting company's outcome is losing money. They don't operate unless you're losing money.
100%.
So now what's happening in this space is they're working out the 80-20 rule. Like 80% of your results will come from 20% of your input. You focus on that 20 and then you go again, 20% of the 20%, 4%. That's where you're going to get the most revenue from. Like betting companies now are looking at the worst customers, best customers for them, but the worst gamblers, investing the most into those customers. And they're just trying to milk them dry as much as they can. So allocating like one VIP manager to like 15 clients and they just rinse those 15 clients. Because yeah, if you're losing $50 a month, and some other bloke's losing 10K a month, of course you're going to invest your customer into that.
100%.
So that, we've noticed more directed, tailored marketing by the bookmaker over the past few years. We've been doing this since 2020 as a business, but I did this since 2014 personally, 32.
You're doing well, man.
We're trying to change the mindset like we've been doing now for 5 years. We've established, but we're only fucking drop in the ocean compared to the bookies. We help one person and they're harming 100. So it's like we're tiny compared to what they do.
100%.
No, I appreciate the chat. No worries. Take care. See you later. So that was an interesting chat. It's always funny to see people's reactions when they hear certain ways in which the betting companies work. Like he wouldn't know that VIP managers exist. And when they start to understand it, they get those light bulb moments and they realize like, why the fuck would you gamble? But a lot of people that don't think like that aren't aware of these things that the bookmakers do. So it's always good to educate people on this stuff and yeah, hopefully you can learn something from it as well.
This guy wants an interview. Hey mate, do you want an interview? Betting. Who? Betting in general, gambling.
Yeah. Can we do it while we walk?
Yeah, we can do it while we walk. Do you bet?
On the odd occasion.
What does that mean?
Very rarely.
When you bet, do you think you're going to win or lose?
Lose.
Like you think if you bet enough, you're going to lose in the long term?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because the odds are typically never in your favour.
How do you know that?
Somebody's got to make money, and it's usually the betting company.
So why do you think so many people bet?
For the thrill of it,
Fair
and
enough.
to potentially win. And I think they've won once.
It's an
They've won
addiction?
once
Yeah.
before, and they try to chase the feeling of winning.
Do you reckon they know that they're going to lose in the long term?
Yes, I think they probably know in the long term they will, but I think they're chasing the short term thrill of the wins.
No, you're switched on. Thanks, mate.
No
Legend.
worries.
Cheers. Yeah. Hello, do you want an interview? Thoughts on gambling?
Not really much of a gambler.
No? Why's that?
I just think you'd spend your money elsewhere.
Nice. So you think if you were to gamble, you'd lose money? Is that the idea?
Pretty much house always wins.
The house always wins? How do you know that?
I don't know.
I agree, but like some people don't know this.
Only through experience with my ex.
So you've known people who have gambled in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Lost everything.
Lost everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he aware of his addiction?
Yeah, but I wasn't aware of it at all till the last second.
How long had it been going on for?
I don't know, apparently years.
Wow.
But I didn't know that.
Was it your money too?
Yeah, mortgage.
Mortgage.
House.
How does it remain so silent like that?
Because he was doing all the finances.
Wow. Did you have kids with this person?
Yeah, two.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did me a favour.
Did you a favour? I appreciate you sharing. Bro, that felt like time slowed down then. I felt horrible. Fuck. Financial abuse. That's so fucked up. Didn't find out to the last minute. Man. Just the thing, like, what's really hard for us, what I find difficult actually, is we have these conversations every day. Not as direct as that, but people come to us all the time and they're like, I'm losing 10, 100. We've spoken to people who lost $500,000, millions of dollars, literally. And then we go out there to the public and we start telling people are losing this much money and it's all fucked up and the industry's cooked, and people don't believe it because they're not hearing these stories. And so they think that we're being like drama queens. They think that we're just trying to like make the issue seem larger than what it is to try and promote ourselves. But then when you hear that, you're like, no, this is happening all the fucking time. Even the guy before, no, I realized I bought a house, I had a business, I got to stop gambling. Like, he's lost tens of thousands of dollars. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of fucking money. And that is what everyone is doing. 10 turns to 100 so quickly, and this guy loses his family, loses his house, loses everything. It's fucked. This is why we're passionate about it. But everyone thinks that we're just trying to fucking fill our own pockets. It's like, obviously we have a business, but you hear these stories and it sucks.
It's a pretty morbid thing to comprehend, that someone's job is to milk a person. Pretend you're a person that gambles a lot. You literally will get a VIP manager, and his job is to make you bet more. He will do it in a way that's like fun, and hey bro, I'm your mate, I'm fucking gonna give you this and that, and I'm not gonna look after you. At the end of the day, like, you're punting, he works for the bookie, and he's trying to get every cent out of you as possible, so he earns money and the bookmaker earns money. That's almost like the low of the industry, I would say, because if you're a full-on addicted person, right, all it takes is a trigger, text or a phone call or an email at a certain time of the week, and you're going back to your app because you did it for the last fucking 50 weeks. And when Trevor from X-Bookie texts you, and you were gonna have a day off the punt, and he says, hey, I'm gonna give you a $1,000 deposit match if you put in 1,000, what do you think you're gonna do? And then when you put your 1,000 in, you lose that by 3 o'clock. He texts you again and he gives you another one, and you've lost fucking $2,000 for the day, and now you're feeling shit for the next 4 days, and you probably chase your losses that night as well. That's what happens. And that's why the betting companies put so much effort, resources, time, money into these kind of customers, because they know they milk the most money out of them and make the most money for the bookie. It's fucked. That's just how it is. Because those customers, like I said, if you lose $50 a year and someone else loses 50 grand a year, you're worth 1,000 customers, you, if you lose 50K. So who are you investing your time and resources into? The 50K person, because they might lose 100K next year. Anyway, hope you learned something. Oh yeah. Busy day?
Yeah.
Yeah? Just starting or finishing?
What do we mean?
In between?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Hot day. Not for you, you're in the aircon.
What percentage of people do you think were betting today?
Today? It's different to the races. I would say 30, maybe less, just because a lot of the audience is just internationals that don't bet. But then I would say if you ask me the question of what percentage of under 25 male Australians were there betting, I would say like more than 50. But it really depends on the demographic, as in the average is brought down by the people who don't bet, which would be the majority, I would say, at the tennis. But if you say races, 98%.
Out of the percentage of punters that were betting today, how many do you reckon left up?
Less than 1%.
And why do you think that?
Because they have no edge. The bookmakers' math is against them. It's like when you go to the casino, the edge is in favour of the house, so you can't win it. It's not possible in the long term. It's just literally mathematics. It's like a roulette table. If it's just 1 0 is less of an edge than if it's 2 zeros, which means that the bookie has double the edge on a 0 table. So if you back red or black, technically it is a 50% payout, but it's less than a 50% probability. So it's 18 out of 38, which if you do the math on that, I think it's maybe like a 2 to 4% edge, depending on how many zeros are. And that 2 to 4% edge is what the casino just knows they can't lose. Because every 40th spin, which sounds like nothing. Like you could go red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black, and you could break even, technically, but every 40th one, you're going to lose your money. That's your 2.5% edge. So if you were to turn over, I don't know the exact math on 0 or 00. 00 is worse, let's just say 2.5%. If you turn over 100K on roulette, you're gonna expect to lose 2.5K over the long term with a consistent staking pattern, with betting the same amount. Which doesn't sound like a lot of money, but that 2.5K is just free edge for the casino, and that's why they will never lose. And that's just roulette. Get into other games with bigger edge for the house, and you literally can't lose if you're the casino. Do you know the approximate loss expectation on a pokie machine? I don't know the exact numbers, but I think it's between 8 and 13%. So if you put 100K into a pokie machine, you're gonna, let's just say 8%, you're gonna lose 8K only. And the benefit there for the pokie machine is if something never wins, no one's playing it. But it's not a 100K, 8K loss, it's a over the course of time, it just keeps going because you're winning some and losing more, winning some, losing more, winning some, losing more, winning some, losing more, winning some, losing more. And the trajectory is literally linear down this way, negative 8%. But it's enough for you to think that you can win, because through that negative 8%, you're gonna have big wins, then small losses. Big wins, small losses, big losses, and that's what that is. where if you have an edge match betting, it's going this way. You can stop here. Thanks.
Perfect case in point being the horse system.
Yes, exactly. Which has a built-in 20% edge.
I just wanted to conclude this. I am a Muslim. Even if I was not a Muslim, I was other religion or atheist, something like that, I would still say gambling is not good.
Yeah.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
Still, even if I was not a Muslim,
yeah.
and I was not taught the gambling is prohibited, that this, even if I was not having knowledge about this, God have given me brain. So even if I was not Muslim, I could tell that this is not right way.
So
it's haram. It's prohibited.
So would you say people who gamble have no brain?
No, it's not like that. I would say I don't need a glass of beer to cheer up myself. Exactly, right?
Nice.
I have many things to do it.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. If you wanna earn money, there are many things. Gambling is like you will lose, brother.
You will lose.
If you put 10 times, you win only one time. Exactly, right?
Yeah.
That's gharar. What we say in Islam, gharar.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's a legend. What was your name?
My name is Riz.
Riz? Steve. Cheers, Riz. So, yeah, wrapping up the day, back in the office. Definitely very different to the day we did at the races. At the races, it was a lot more degenerative. You know, people were a lot probably drunker as well, and people generally go to the races to bet as well. Obviously, the tennis people don't really go to the tennis to bet, although there were people betting. But generally speaking, it seemed like a bit more of a switched on crowd. Not switched on, but not as much of a gambling crowd. But yeah, like it was still tough, particularly the interview at the end with the lady talking about how her ex basically spent all of the money they had, mortgage, house, broke up the family. And this is something that is not talked about or understood at all, in my opinion, with gambling, is that it's not just the financial costs, it's the emotional impact, it's the impact to relationships, houses, the stress that comes. You're not focused. You couldn't possibly be a loving parent, partner, or a loving fucking anything. You could not be anywhere near as loving to the people around you if you have a gambling addiction. It's just as simple as that, because your mind is elsewhere. Your mind is thinking about how much you lost, or next multi that you're going to put on, or this horse that you need to get home, or else, you've done it again, you've lost a stack of cash. And that means you're going to be angry, you're going to be frustrated, you're going to be irritated, you're probably more likely to steal, you're going to be just a shitter version of yourself. It's as simple as that. And it was so hard. Obviously that lady, she'd been really hurt by it, which was really hard, and I really appreciated her sharing that. I think it's good to get those stories out there to show people what fucking can happen. And it was awesome to have that interview with the guy, 27, he's got his own business, bought a house, and he lost tens of thousands of dollars, he said, over 10 years of gambling since he was 17. And he realized the impact it was having to him and how damaging it was, and luckily he's got out of it. And that's a really, really cheap lesson. And I say it's a cheap lesson because he only lost sort of $10,000, he estimated. It's probably more, to be honest, but that's a cheap lesson. Some people, JP interviewed a guy who's lost $300,000 and he's happy to keep spending it. He hasn't learned the lesson yet. He thinks it's fine, but in my opinion, it's not fine, because what could you do with that $300,000? So very interesting. There was a lot of people who were like, yeah, no, gambling's bad, not good. But then they didn't know why it was bad. They're like, oh yeah, no, I wouldn't gamble because I'd rather spend my money on other things, insinuating that they would lose the money. But then when you'd ask them, why do people bet then? They're like, oh, because they're probably making money. It's like, what? You sort of get it, because you realize that there's no point putting money into gambling because you're not going to make money. But at the same time, you think other people are making money. Doesn't quite make sense there. So generally speaking, you just interview some people, and even the one guy, ask him, do you think people are winning on the punt? And he's like, yeah, I think people are winning. Generally speaking, more people are winning. I was like, okay, then how the bookies making money? And he's like, oh, yeah, you got me. It's like, what? I think the one killer was the guy. It's like, do you like to lose money? And he's like, yes. He's like, yeah, I'm very loyal to Tab. Yes, I like to lose money. It's like, I don't think he's actually thought, does he like to lose money? He's just mindlessly repeating the same activity, not realizing what it's actually doing to him. Overall, it was a shame we got kicked out, because it would have been very fun to be within the tennis Australian Open Classic, but still a good day, and hopefully a few learnings and a few eye-opening conversations that people enjoyed out of it. Cheers.
George Janos was one of the best to come out. He was $101 odds, and he came in at a solid 5th or something. Where'd you finish, Georgie?
Equal 7th at my father's game.
I actually don't know what's going on right now. Wait, what? What is going on?
No, you can go on your phone and check us right now.
What do you mean?
They don't want us to do this.
Fuck them, bro. Just keep doing it.
You like losing money. I'm loyal to the tech.
But would you believe that story?
I think it was a scam.
Do you know 100% of people who've got skin cancer wore sunscreen?
I would disagree with that.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
You got the data?
Have you?
Nah.
Hey guys, you want to be in an interview? No. Alright, we got a big puncher over here. It's alright. Oh, shit. Mwah. Turn the camera off. Camera's off.